In this episode of the Hot Rod Show, we have Don and Shirley Ross's Sea Cab, we have Chris Walker's Sea Cab, and we have Hayden Lockley's Sea Cab. And we also have this beautiful Model A here, owned by Russell Long. And this little baby, this is for sale. Woohoo! Probably tell by the palm trees that I'm out here in West Auckland, and it's probably best referred to as the Wild West, as my son lives out this way too, and he's always hearing gunshots. That may have some bearing on why Russell called his street legal gas and machine gun. Anyways, it was built by Mac's Speed Shop out there in Whitford, which is in very East Auckland, and loosely based on a 60s style hot rod. The original steel 1931 Model A body is pretty unique in that it was first registered here in New Zealand in 1932, and it also sits on one of Mac's Speed Shop's Stage 3 chassis with 6-inch chassis rails. The top was chopped 4 inches and has aftermarket steel pro guards, running boards and a bonnet. And if you decide to buy this, it also comes with the original 4-piece bonnet and side panels that have already been painted to match the body colour, so you're in luck. The 32 radiator grille shell is also steel as well. Most of the fabricated components on this car are also powder coated. Now this is where the fun starts. It's powered by a Dave Moyle built 600 plus horsepower 415 cubic inch small box Chevy and based on a Dart block with 3.875 stroke forged crank. And it has H-beam rods, it's got forged pistons, a competition cam solid roller cam, it has bush lifters, shaft rocker system on an AFR 220 race ported heads. The port matched Super Victor intake. It has a quick fuel 1050 Dominator carb sitting on top there. It has MSD electronic ignition system with crank trigger and digital 6 MSD. It has an ATI balancer, a CVR electrical water pump. The tranny is a brand new HD Tremec TKX 5-speed with a McLeod RST clutch and a SFI rated flywheel. How about that? The 9-inch diff is made by Curry and it has 31 spline axles, a nodular head limited slip diff with 4.56 gears and held in place with leather bars on coil-over shocks and a pretty cool old spring there too. This car is great fun on the street with its new 5-speed with overdrive, and it even runs on pump gas. With this engine trans combo, it has the potential to easily run in the 10s down the quarter mile. This car hooks up great too, but hasn't been on the track for 2 years. Its best ET was an Easy 11.0, and it featured in the April 2018 edition of the New Zealand Hot Rod magazine. But, you know, I just want to reiterate that this hot rod is street legal and it has all the proper paperwork, you know, cert, VIN, WAF and rego, and no expense has been spared in the build of this car. It's just absolutely stunning. The attention to detail, well, you know, it's built at max speed, so that sort of goes hand in hand, detail and quality and max speed. But, you know, just like no expense has been spared in the build of this hot rod. Russell's selling it for quite a bit less than he paid to have it made for, but I tell you what, this is just an amazing car. It's as clean as a whistle. That's the easiest way to describe it. So There you go.